Well, let me start by thanking these people for commenting on my last video. Tracy had a great suggestion. She told me she uses Mod Podge, but it's one specifically for paper and it has a blue label on it. So I appreciate that. Thanks so much. And before we get started, let me show you what we're making today. We are going to make some of these clusters to go into our Italian journal. Won't these be fun? So let's get started. Well, good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining me today at Juanette's Crafting Corner. In today's video, I thought we would make some embellishments to go on some of the pages in the Italian journal. And what I have here is a piece of parchment paper that I just sprayed coffee on both sides and let it dry. And that's going to be our base. I have pulled out some book page. I have a variety of little bitty embellishments, and we'll go through those. Some are from Medieval Mirage and some are from things that I've cut out, but small little pieces. I have several stamps that I'm going to use. I have some of my Florentine paper, different inks. And so let's just start and we'll see where this leads us. So what I'm going to do first is start by stamping a few areas with some stamps. And I've pulled out a couple that are kind of like splatter stamps. You see that? It just adds that little circle there. And we're just going to go through here and stamp a couple of places. Well, I got my car back yesterday, so that was good. Seems to be running well, so I'm happy about that. Sure saved me a lot of money not having it. Well, let me take that back. It saved me money in not having it, in that I didn't go anywhere, but to get it fixed, that was a pretty penny. So, oh shoot, what are you gonna do? Okay, so then now I'm gonna take in a little bit of a different color. This is called Dapper Denim. It's an older color from Stampin' Up. And let's just take, I've got this stamp, which once you see it, you can see it's just a light blue that looks like splatters. So we'll just do a few of those here and there, just to give a little bit of a background color. Here and there. Okay, I think that's good enough for that. And then definitely one of my favorite colors is the Old Olive. Now, I'm very fastidious about my stamps. You've heard me say that before. I clean them off as I use them so that they stay in good condition. Yeah, this is an older Stampin' Up stamp. It's called Timeless Textures. I love that image there. Well, both this image and this image. And actually, I'm going to use that one since I'm going to use some green. So let me just grab a stamp block and set that on there. And let's just stamp some of this in the background. So yes, have my car back. And you know, that's not taking it up real good. So I think if I grab a stamping platform, let's see if that helps. Sometimes it helps your stamping if you have something soft underneath it. It's a stamping platform or a stamping pad, and it gives a little bit. Let's see if that gives us a better impression. I may need to re-ink my stamps because it's the summer here, and I have the air conditioner going, and I've got my ceiling fan going. I think my stamps may need to be re-stamped or re-inked. Sorry. Let's just turn that around. But all we want is a very, very light background. Okay. And then I'm going to come in with a little bit of script and stamp that. Again, this is an older Stampin' Up! One, and this is some script right here. I'll just use that. And we'll do a little bit of both. We'll do it both in the green and then I think I might come in here with a little bit of the vintage photo also. So let's do that. Yeah, that's definitely showing up pretty good there. I can tell. Like I said, you're not going to see very much of this, but it will show through a little bit. So it just gives it a nice space. And let's see what other stamp I have. I might just do a little bit of black also. Put this one back. I got this new stamp just a couple of days ago. It's a big, like, full stamp. Let me pull it out. Yeah, it's huge. But let's just stamp a couple of spots here. And I think what I'm going to do is, like I said, come in with a little bit of black. Let me grab my black ink here. I just re-inked this one yesterday, so I hope it isn't too much. I can get the lid open. I really like this little image here, and I guess I could cut this up, but I think it'll be okay. Let's just see what that looks like. Like a hot mess. Looks like a hot mess. Let's try this one. Yeah, I think once I get everything down, it'll be all right. It is pretty dark though compared to the other ones, but yeah, go in a little lighter spots. Yeah, I think what I will end up doing is cutting this stamp up. It's a little bit too big to manage. But I think that's good enough. Okay, let me clean this one off. So that whole week that I didn't have my car, I didn't need to go anywhere, so that was good. I just stayed busy here in the craft room. Let me put the lid on this before I end up putting my fingers in it. And I'll just set this over to the side. Let's see if there's any other stamping we want to do. I would like a little bit more script. Let's see here. I've got this one in that, again, another a favorite of mine, very Versailles. And I'm going to grab a big, oops, sorry for that noise, big stamping block for that. And again, I'm going to come in with this, my vintage photo here. I may need a new pad of this. Let's get on these edges here. I'm really excited to start working in embellishing and putting things in this Italian journal. Okay, I think that's good enough. I may have shown you these before. These you buy at Stampin' Up. Now mine are quite stained and dirty because I've used them for a long time, but they're called, I think they're chamois, and you just keep them wet. I keep them in this little box here if I need a bigger one. And you know, yes, they get dirty looking, but boy, they clean your stamps really well. And the other thing is, I know a lot of people use baby wipes to clean their stamps, but baby wipes kind of leave a fiber sometimes. It's not a big thing with us junk journalers. But people who make cards, the card making industry is more fastidious in having everything perfect. And I'm telling you, I used to be a card maker. That is some fun stuff to do, but you're definitely more wanting things to be more perfect and stamped perfectly and aligned well. Okay, let's just put this stuff away so it's out of the way. So then the next step is, let's glue down some of the Florentine paper. And I've got lots and lots of scraps here, beautiful scraps. So let's pull that out, the red. What's good is you're able to use tiny, tiny scraps. I don't have any red. That's a pretty color. We can even use some of this script here. I'm just going to tear off a small piece there. That's definitely going to be more than enough. And before we do that, let's cut this into strips. So let me grab a baby wipe here. Now you may wonder why I've got this rubber band around here. This is another little tip I got from a card making person, is if you buy these big baby wipes at Costco, if you put a rubber band around one end, when you pull them out, it only pulls one out. It helps hold them in. Okay, so what we're going to do now is cut these down, and we're just going to use our tear ruler. And I like probably just about the length of the tear ruler. So let me just tear these. And I'm going to turn the camera off while I do all these, just because it's so loud. Okay, so I've got all my strips torn, and we're just going to start laying down some Florentine paper. And I just take a couple of strips, and I think I will try my glue stick. Sometimes I don't have the best of luck with glue stick. I'm going to grab a glue page. I wish I could find a good one. So I just lay a little bit here and there. And I'm going to go a little bit smaller here. I did have to go back with my Beacon 3-in-1 glue and glue those pieces down, because the glue stick did not keep them held down. Let's bring in some of this red. So I was talking to my grandkids the other day, and it won't be long. Well, they start school next week, and it's not going to be long until they're starting with all their sports. Olivia is going to be doing golf, and of course she does her voice, her music, and she was also going to do track. Gavin is going to do football. Oh, this green is pretty. Let's put some of that in there. And Mr. Judson, he's more into the electronics and the computers and stuff like that. He's not kind of a sports-minded kid. He's been playing with a 3D printer, making things with that. Oh, I got a big old hunk of glue there. Ugh. Yeah, I love this green. Let's bring another little piece over here. My poor son, without having a car, he's been having to take a Uber to get to work. Because it's just too hot. The work is not that far. However, when it's 110 degrees outside, that's far to walk. So he was taking an Uber. So now that I have the car back, I'll take him to work today. Oh, update on my hospital, even though I'm retired. Remember I told you that they were potentially going to close, and they had filed for bankruptcy, and they have cut back on people's wages, even though there's a contract. The nurses are union. For some reason, when they go into bankruptcy court, this is what I understand. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know all the legalities, but they can do that kind of stuff. So that's been bad for the nurses. And you just lay it down here and there. Let's see, what other ones did I have here? You know, it'd be fun is also putting some fabric on these. Okay, those are pretty much good enough. Let's set those over to the side. Bring in a few more. Let me grab a new glued page here. I don't have much to talk to you guys about. Not much going on. Oh, I am updating my Etsy store. I think I did tell you that I had some of the Italian ledger pages. Well, they were not, I felt like the packs were not full enough, so I've added some more Italian pages to those packs. So go over to my Etsy store and check those out. I need to also add some of the threads that I bought in Italy. So hopefully soon I'm going to be able to update that. Look at that big hunk of glue there. Oh, geez. This is one reason why I really don't care for glue stick that much. It's quick, yes, but it can be quite a mess. I hope I'm in frame. You know what I was surprised is when I was in Florence, I had a hard time finding Florentine paper. I thought it would be everywhere. And it wasn't. I was going to come back with a boatload, but nope, it wasn't. Maybe I was just not looking in the right spots. Let me go through my scraps here and see. Let's bring in, I don't have any purple in there. I've got a scrap of purple here. This, you don't have to use Florentine paper. You know, you can use your digital scraps. They would look just as nice. Okay, I'm going to save these to do at another date. And then let's bring in some book page also. This is all Italian book page. We need a different font here. So I'm going to speed the video up here a little bit and add a little bit of music, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, one thing that I hadn't put on here yet was some music paper, so let's add some of that. That always looks nice. Let's just go like this. Now, one thing that you could use also that I didn't think of is your washi tape or your faux washi tape. That would look really good. I like to make sure that I definitely have the music notes in there. So I have a little update on me getting my puppy. The breeder that I'm working with had a female that delivered 4 puppies yesterday. 3 were females and 1 was a male. And I was number 4 on the list for a female. So the other 3 females are already taken. Now she has another dog that is due at the end of August. So we shall see if that dog, I believe her name is Chloe, if she has at least 1 female, then I am the next person on the list to get one of those puppies. So I'm very excited, and I wish I could be there for the birth. It would be so much fun. Oh, I know what I can talk about. Have you guys watched the series Outlander? Oh my heavens. It's on Stars. And if you have not watched that, this is so crazy. I think I am now watching it for the 6th time. And it's like, I think it's seven, it's not episodes, 7, what's the word? Series, 7 seasons, 7 seasons. That's the word I want. Anyway, oh my gosh, it is so good. Gives a lot of history about Scotland, and then it goes into the American Revolution, and yeah, it's good. Plus, it's a nice romantic series. Okay, one more, and I think we'll be done with this part. The premise of the story is it starts in the 1940s during World War II, and it's about a nurse and her husband, and they go on their second honeymoon to Scotland, and she goes back to pick some forget-me-not flowers and goes through these stones and lands in, she time travels back to Scotland. Is it the 1600s or so? Oh my gosh, it's so good. And they actually at one point accuse her of being a witch because she knows so much about medicine. Oh, you guys got to catch that series out. Okay, let me think about what I want to do next. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is just add a touch of fabric here and there. Just tiny little pieces. It may not be worth it to try to tear these. They're so small. And I'm going to use Fabri-Tac for them. I know it'll probably seep through, but it will hold them down, that's for sure. Just going to put a couple of pieces here and there. And then I think I put a little bit of this ticking, this mattress ticking here. I know I had another piece. Where did it go? I'm sure it'll show up. Oh, there it is. Yeah, let's just put that up there. And then I like tiny little floral prints here and there too. I just can't get that ripped, can I? Let's go here with that one. This one needs some color down here. And then let's take this little piece of floral, tiny little rosebuds. Okay, what piece doesn't have any fabric? There's none over here. We'll just put that like that. This is also a really pretty one. It looks very vintage. You can see these are quite colorful. You can do them very plain if you want. Oh, do you know what time I woke up this morning? 5:30 in the morning. It's like, what the heck? And then some mornings I wake up at 11. And it doesn't matter what time I go to bed. It just, I don't know, crazy. I think my body is still trying to adjust to sleeping all night and not working, during the night and flip-flopping back and forth. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. And then the next thing is some little focal point. And I got these from that calendar. I can't remember if I showed you that I tore up, but let's use some of these as our focal point. Some of these here are from Medieval Mirage. Then Rachel from Roxy Creations, her Renaissance kit. So I'm not going to trust a glue stick with these. So I'm going to use my Beacons 3-in-1 glue. And we'll just start putting them down. Can't remember, did I turn the camera back on? Yep, I did. It's like, oh shoot, did I mess up? These little things right here is what got me going on this, that I needed to do these. Is these little. Let's bring this one in here. It's a floral image. And this is a lady riding. Put it over here by the script. Let's do more of these Italian ones. Florence. Oh yeah, right up here is perfect for that one. Let's see, we got to put Rome in there for sure. We're going to go down. We're going to put this like this. Okay, we need a focal point down here. Let's put this lady down here. And we may have to come back in and do a few more. Got a focal point there, focal point there, focal point there. We need a few here. I want the colorful flowers. Let's do this little circle punch here. Okay, we've got a focal point there. Need something up here. Let's do this one of Sicily. And this one will work good up here. You're probably thinking, that looks like a hot mess. But they really look pretty on a page. Let's put something down here. Ooh, this is pretty. Okay, I think I need a focal point up here. Oh, Venice. We've got to put Venice up there. Need a focal point down here. We'll put this lady down here. And when I go to tear them up, then I may need to add more focal points, but I think I'm pretty good there. I need something there. Let's just bring in this circle area. There's another pretty one here. Okay, what we'll do is we'll see what those look like. Now, to bring it all together, we're going to stamp some numbers over it so that they kind of go together. So I'm going to bring in, these are sample stamps, and we'll just pull out some numbers. I don't want them too big. That one will work. That will work. That will work. And actually, let's try this one here. We'll just try a few and we'll see what happens. Let's see what this one looks like here. See how that brings that together there? We'll even go over the word Rome. Up here, there's a lot of white there. We'll kind of just go over that. Oh yeah, I like that, the way that looks. Let's go here. And we'll do one more. Let's go over this. I don't want to go over the guy's face. Yeah. See how that just brings it in together? I really like that. I'm going to do it some more. I'm going to come down here on this one. Okay, let's bring in some numbers. And I've got a tiny little stamp here. Let's just do that and the word number together. See that OCD's coming through here. I gotta have it straight. Okay. Like that. We'll go over this flower a little bit there. Come up here where that's at. Kind of go over that. Need to go over this image there. I'm gonna go over that newsprint there. We'll come up here. I see a spot way up here that could use something. Okay. Let's try this other number out and see what it looks like. Let's do some of the green. I love this green. a little bit light, but that's okay. Okay, I think that's good enough. So let's tear them down and we'll see what we have. So you want to make sure that you have your focal point. So my focal point right there is that, but I want to leave some of the newspaper over here. So I'm just going to do a little tear right there. And if I feel like I need to add something up there, I can. But that is number one. I like that. Then our next focal point is here. And we're going to pull that off. And see, I tell you that I don't like that glue stick. I don't like it. I don't know why I keep trying to use glue sticks. I know a lot of people use them, but they just don't turn out for me. And then here, this is a big piece. So what I'm going to do is cut this down here, and I'll put another focal point there. And then that one's that one. So our focal point on this one is this flower. I could also add something else if I need to. Here, it's this flower there. This flower here, and we've got that. So what I'm going to do is go in between where that ticking is and leave that. And then I've got that. Let's see this one here. My focal point is here, but I need something else here. I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to leave part of that Florentine paper there. And I may add one more thing there. There's my focal point there. This is fabric, so it's going to be difficult to tear through it. So I'm just going to go just below the word, that sticker Venice. Do you know I flipped that? No. For a minute, I thought I glued that print on the wrong side. Oh, heavens to Betsy. Okay, there we go. Let's see this one. Okay, this is our focal point here, and it's just right in between. And you see how there's a little bit of music there? It, like I said, it initially looks like a hot mess. Maybe it still looks like a hot mess, but it does look a little bit better after a little bit, you know, after you tear them. And then you can look through them and see what you need to add. Okay, there we go. And this is a pretty big one here. There's our focal point there. And we have Milan there. And nothing here, so I'll need to add something there. But anyway, let's take a look at these and see how they turned out. What you guys think of them. Those I need to add something. So that needs to be glued down. Ugh. I may find that I have to go back and glue a lot down. Okay, there's our one there. Cute, huh? Here's our one here. I may add one more thing down there. We got our Renaissance man there. I love how that stamp came through there. There we go. We've got our floral image there. I think it went like that because the writing is that way up. We have this one. Actually, we could tape this onto a page or glue it onto a page this way. Same thing with this one from Rome, and I may add some little something there. We got our Sicily here. We have our Florence here. And again, I might add some little something there, even just a little piece of fabric. Here we have Our Lady riding. Our Venice one. Floral, and again, it could go this way. It doesn't have to go up and down. Same thing with this one. This is a pretty one here. I like this. That came out good. This one. This one. So you see how much fun these are? And boy, these are really look nice on a page in a journal. I'm going to add something more there. But let me just show you on a page what they're going to look like. Say, for instance, we have this first page right here that's very, very plain. If we put that up there like that, that would really add some embellishment there on that page, and you still have a lot of writing spot. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it gave you some inspiration to make some clusters for your own journals using your theme, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.